Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Sarah Guido, and I'm the B2B marketing specialist here at Daytrip. So today it's my pleasure to talk to you all about who Daytrip is as a company, what services we provide, and how we can elevate your clients' private car transfers with our services. So the first and most important thing is that we are going to be framing all of our content today around worth the stop. So something that is quite underrated about our service and underused by our travel agents is our sightseeing stop additions. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can enhance your clients' experiences by adding a sightseeing stop, and then also increase your commission up to 50% by adding a sightseeing stop. But first, let's hop into who Daytrip is as a company. So at Daytrip, we are a private car transportation service, and we provide private car transfers across 130 plus countries. We're able to do this because of our extensive network of 10,000 plus vetted English-speaking drivers. And then all of our services are really customizable. They can be anywhere from 20 to 300 mile long trips. They can be short, long distance, between cities, between countries, especially in Europe. We're great at that. And then one of the best parts for our travel advisors is the opportunity that we have of 24/7 customer support. So if you're sleeping in your bed and your clients are halfway around the world and they have a question, they need something clarified, they can't find their driver, our customer support team is always there. They are there via call, chat, or email 24/7. So anytime you need them, they are ready to help, and they are very kind and always English speaking. So here's an overview of Daytrip's products. So our first and most basic product is private car transfers. So that's who we are as a company. We provide private car transfers all over the world. So really on 6 out of the 7 continents, we're there for you. And already when you're booking with Daytrip, you are elevating your client's experience from going from using public transportation or renting a car themselves or flying. So when you're with us, it is door-to-door service. So that is also something else that makes us different. We operate address to address, so it is truly flexible. So you can put any address that you want your clients to be picked up and dropped off at. That is perfect for us. We are ready, we are there, and we're ready to help with all your luggage and any specific needs your clients may have. And the focus of today's webinar, and the thing that makes Daytrip really different than other transportation providers, is the option to add transfers with sightseeing stops. So basically, when you're booking your clients from point A to point B in our service, in our travel agent portal, when you are booking, you will have an option to add a sightseeing stop. So this is fully integrated within our service. It's no extra work for you. You can just go through, look through the 6 suggested stops, and then add it on for your clients. This gives them more experience out of the place they're in and lets them get out, stretch their legs, taste some of the local food, and not just whiz by everything that they wouldn't see if they were on a train or a bus or renting a car themselves, because all of these come with logistical stress. And then our third service is our hourly driver service. So this is our this is our hourly driver. So basically, this is a chauffeur service that is fully up to the discretion of your clients. So this can be booked anywhere from 2 to 14 hours. And it's truly a private driver with a private vehicle, all at the disposal of your clients. This is perfect to be used within one city. So this is not meant to be used as a city-to-city transfer. I know that's a common misconception with our service, but for our hourly driver service, this is meant to be used within one city. So this is really great for your clients to go sightseeing, if they want to shop a lot, if they want to go, across the city to another point. This is really great so your clients don't get tired out. They have all their luggage all safe and sound. This is also perfect for cruise port transfers. I know a lot of you guys book cruises. So if your clients are in a cruise port, they dock, they want to see some stuff in the place that they're docked at, you can always book a hourly driver for however long you'd like. And the starting and ending destination can be the port. So your clients get there on time. They don't have to worry about public transit. All of the stress is taken out of it. So they are ready to experience the place that they're in with their cruise. And then our final service is our day trips. So it's very similar to our name, but these are day-long pre-planned excursions that are curated by our day trip team here. So basically, a day trip solves all the logistical questions that your clients may have when wanting to go like off of where they're staying. So my favorite example of this is if your clients are staying at an all-inclusive resort, maybe for example, they're staying at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, maybe they're in Cancun. So basically you can book a day trip, which is a pre-planned, kind of excursion for your clients. And this picks them up and drops them off at their resorts. They don't have to worry about any stress or safety issues at all. And I will give you guys a really thorough booking tutorial. So if there's any questions that pop up in the chat, feel free, put them in there, and then we'll go over them later. And I will show you how to book on our travel agent portal as well. This is a sneak peek screenshot down here below. So then in all of our countries that we operate in, all 130 plus, we have our sedan, MPV, and van vehicle options. So here you can see these are our three services that are available everywhere, three vehicles that are available everywhere. And here you can also see that our van is our largest vehicle. So this can seat up to 5 to 7 passengers at once, but we do accommodate group bookings. So I want to be clear about that. We do accommodate group bookings. So basically, if you have a group booking of 10, of 15, of 20, anything larger, we will absolutely work to accommodate this for your clients. We will just combine vehicles to fit your client's needs perfectly. And then our last service or our last vehicle option here over on the right is our luxury service. So this is actually available really widely across Europe and in some select Asian countries. And we're even rolling out a premium van option in some countries as well. There is not a set list of destinations that this is available in, but if you're booking for your clients, it will appear as a vehicle option if it is available there. Okay, so right now, if you haven't booked a day trip yet, this is all very hypothetical. But for our travel advisors, I love to show you guys what it actually looks like for your clients and you to use us. So basically, here's Daytrip step by step. The first step is to log into our travel agent portal. And if you haven't done it yet, it is very important for you to register as a travel advisor with us. So I know Olivia, she has put some links in our chat. So the first and most important link is for you to register as a travel advisor with us. So once you register with us, you get access. If you're an independent travel advisor, if you're in the US and Canada, you get to choose between a 5% commission or a 5% discount. Anywhere else in the world, you get a 5% discount as an individual travel advisor. But if you're registered with a host agency, you can register under them and get their exclusive commercial conditions. So please register with us as a travel agent so you get access to all of our services. So then the next step is to create a booking. So you create any booking of any of our services. And then 2 to 4 days before departure, this lovely email on the right here appears. So this is an email that can optionally go to your clients as well. So it'll always go to you as the travel advisor, but it is optional to be sent to your clients. We understand if you want all the communication to go through you. So you can actually just leave it with you and then you can disseminate all the information to your clients. So, but anyway, if it goes to you and your clients or just you, this is an email that your clients would receive 2 to 4 days before departure. So this has all of your driver's details. So it has the driver's name, their phone number that you can contact them via WhatsApp, the make and model of the car, the license plate, and it even reconfirms the departure date and time of your clients and the lead passenger. But overall in this email, my favorite button is the track driver down at the bottom. This is just a reassurance for you to make sure everything's going all well as the travel advisor. And then for your clients, it really helps them be able to find the driver and to make sure they're going all good and just have some reassurance as well. And then the last and most continuous step is that the trip happens with Daytrip customer support available 24/7. Okay, so now we're going to hop into our discussion of sightseeing stops. So this is my favorite part about Daytrip service, and it is really what sets us apart. So for a lot of our travel advisors who are new, or if you're new to using our service, maybe you don't fully understand what our sightseeing stops are. So today we're going to be talking about that. And the first and most important thing that I want to highlight is how this really just enhances and elevates the experience for your clients. So with our sightseeing stops, you can transform a wasted travel day into part of the experience. So basically, when you're booking your clients, let's imagine they're in Italy, and they need to go from Rome to Naples. So often they will take a train, and that includes train station stress, lugging around luggage, maybe a multi-generation group. They have people who can walk faster, people who are a little bit slower. So everyone is just a little bit stressed. And then you get onto the train, it's probably like a 3-hour train, and all you're doing is being in that train. But with Daytrip, you can take a private car transfer that picks you up at your door. And then you can book in as many sightseeing stops as you'd like for your clients. So this lets your clients truly see much more in the day. They arrive feeling refreshed because they haven't had to lug around their luggage or worry about, finding all the right stuff and translating things. They just get more of an experience out of the place they're in. So here are some things that you need to know about booking a sightseeing stop with Daytrip. So a sightseeing stop is with our transfer service. We have one way, we have return, we have multi-city transfers. In all legs of your trips, you can always book a sightseeing stop. It doesn't matter. So these are curated suggestions by our content team here, and I will show you how they appear later in our booking tutorial. And it's really great that you can actually edit the duration of these sightseeing stops. So they're all flexible durations. So you will see a suggested duration by our content team. So they're like, okay, you want to add a stop for Stonehenge. We're going to recommend 2 hours. And then your clients, if you want longer or shorter, then the price will also adjust accordingly. So all of these stops, these are all driven by our English-speaking drivers, but I want to clarify that our drivers are not licensed tour guides. So we have this fabulous sightseeing stop function, but we just want to emphasize that the driver will not accompany your clients, but they are able to help and give any tips because they are locals and they most definitely speak the local language. So they can help give your clients any recommendations for ways to enter, and then they will coordinate with your clients the drop-off and pickup locations of these stops. And then second to that, another nitty-gritty detail is that tickets to attractions are not included in the price. So it's really important for you guys as travel advisors to make this super, super seamless. If it's a city stop, you don't need to book anything in advance technically. But if your clients are going to an attraction like Pompeii or Stonehenge or a museum, it's really important to book the ticket for this attraction in advance for your clients. So just line up the time of the ticket entrance with your day trip transfer and everything will be all good. But we understand if things need to be a little bit more flexible, you can always reach out to our customer support team with any questions. And then this is a perfect way to utilize some really odd gaps of time. So let's imagine that your clients have a early checkout, but a really late departure. So instead of your clients, having to figure out what they're going to do with their luggage all day, asking the hotel to store their luggage or going to a train station or something, you can book them a private car transfer from their hotel or wherever they're staying to the airport. And then you can add on some sightseeing stops along the way. So basically your clients get to have a full day and use all of the time in their trip rather than just waiting around for the next, the end of the trip. Then I also love to say, so I mentioned it earlier, but cruise port transfers, this is also a great thing for that. And just any odd gaps of time that you have for your clients, this is a really great way to fill it in really seamlessly. And then one of my favorite tips is to align your client's interest with the kind of stops that we offer. So you will look and there will be all different kinds of stops, but for your knowledge, if your clients are really into food and drink, you can add on a wine tasting stop. If they're into history, there are so many fantastic heritage sites that they can visit with UNESCO. And then if they want to see something pretty, they want to see something beautiful, you can see a picturesque village for your clients. So don't just take my word for it. Here is Daytrip, our sightseeing stops in the press. So on the left here, I have a quote from Johnny Jett, and on the right, I have a quote from the esteemed Travel and Leisure. So here with Johnny Jett, the writer there actually experienced our sightseeing stops, and he said, turning a travel day into a sightseeing day makes a lot of sense, especially when you're somewhere like Europe, when there's often an incredible town, landmark, or UNESCO World Heritage Site between point A and point B. So that is what we're trying to emphasize, and I'll show you how to do this in our booking tutorial as well. And then Travel and Leisure said, this was in an article about Croatia. If you want to enjoy the drive without actually navigating the Croatian roads on your own, car services like Daytrip allow you to book rides with scenic stops along the way. I always love to talk about if you're booking your clients a transfer from Dubrovnik to Split, you can actually add them a stop in Mostar, which is a city in southern Bosnia. So your clients can even say that they saw 2 countries in one drive. So I will show you practical examples of some different examples of sightseeing stops. So this will be a little bit less hypothetical. But another thing that really makes this even better for you as a travel advisor is that you can increase your commission up to 50%. So this is a little bit vague, but basically with our motivation for sharing this, genuinely, if you add a sightseeing stop onto your transfer, you will see your commission percentage, whether that's 5, 10, or whatever percent, you can see then the amount of commission you receive in our trip overview will increase then probably by 50% once you add on a stop. So that doesn't mean your commission actually will change, but just your amount of commission because the value of the transfer increases. So by adding a sightseeing stop to a day trip transfer, your clients benefit a lot, and so do you. So here is that look in practicality. So here you can see on the left, this is an example of one of our itinerary overviews without a stop. And then on the right, it includes a stop. So this is in Cancun. So the total for this transfer from Cancun to Tulum was quoted at 100 euros. And here you can see the commission on this route was 12 euros. And then once you add a stop in a cenote, which is those beautiful swimming, recessed pools, you can see that the commission amount actually increases by 6 euros. So that is 50% of the original commission. So by adding a stop, you can increase your commission up to 50%. Okay,
Excuse
so
me,
let's,
Sarah.
yes,
It's Danielle here. I
hi
don't know if
there.
it's only me, but I don't see your screen. I'm only seeing like Daytrip. I'm not seeing any of the demos or anything, but maybe it's just me.
Oh my goodness, is anyone else seeing my screen?
I'm not seeing anything except Daytrip.
Oh, you are not. Okay, wait, thank
No,
you
and it
so
did
much.
at the beginning.
Okay, thank you guys so much for telling me. Okay, let me make sure. Let me reshare. Oh, you see everything. So someone sees something.
It
Okay.
might be their little display, like if you have
Okay.
it just set for speaker. So up at the top bar, if you're watching, there's the little like box with 3 dots over it. Sometimes if you've had the wrong setting, it'll hide things. Or if you have the chat or the participants list open, sometimes it hides.
Okay, perfect.
But
Thank you so much,
it's
Nancy.
showing for me for what it's worth.
Can see your slide now.
Okay, perfect. So you guys can see it. Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. And thank you so much for the clarification, Nancy. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So I see Stephanie said if you're only in the laptop, maybe go to the app and you can see everything. Okay, so cool. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I appreciate that. So basically, this will also all be recorded. So if you weren't able to see my screen and you're really interested to see what I was talking about, like I was talking here with our without stop and with a stop, this will all be recorded and posted on YouTube. I will send this to you guys in a couple days. So no worries, you can go back and see if there's anything that you missed. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's continue on with our content. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Okay, so this is actually real data that is based on our day trip booking information. So here is our top European sightseeing stops that are booked this fall. So here are stops 1 through 4 of the most popular stops that have actually been booked by you guys as travel advisors or for even our clients. Okay, so first to start out, let's talk about the iconic Pompeii. So of course, Pompeii is a remarkably preserved ancient Roman city. So I would suggest to add this as a sightseeing stop when you're booking a transfer for your clients from Naples to Positano. I know that the public transit in Naples is, downright a nightmare for a lot of people. It was for me as well. And I know that also getting from the airport is quite difficult. So if your clients are going to the Amalfi Coast or if they're going to Cinque Terre, maybe they want to go to Positano first. So along the way, instead of taking a train or a bus or taking an Uber or something, you can add them on a sightseeing stop at Pompeii. So here, I think it's really interesting to add on a sightseeing stop here because you can do this as a 2-hour stop instead of a full day trip. So if your clients, if they're staying in Positano or Naples, they would probably have to do a full round trip, day trip with transportation to go see Pompeii and all the ruins and Herculaneum as well. And then they would have to return. But with this is along the way of something they were already going to do, which is take a transfer. And then you can add on this 2-hour, you can turn it into 3 hours. You can adjust the duration as much as you would like. And here you can see the suggested price for 2 hours is 107 euros. And then, of course, a really important tip for Pompeii is to book your tickets for your clients in advance. It's really hard to get tickets day of. So if you book this in advance and your clients will have enough time and everything to just have their tickets, go in, see it, and the driver will be waiting for them to continue on to whatever is next in their transfer. Okay, so then here is one of my personal favorite stops, which is Český Krumlov. So this is near and dear to my heart. It is actually in the Czech Republic. So this is a small medieval town in the Czech Republic. It is south of Prague, our capital. And then I'm just going to actually mute everyone. There we go. Okay, cool. So everyone, here is Český Krumlov. So like I said, it's a medieval town south of Prague in the Czech Republic. This is a absolutely perfect sightseeing stop when you're transferring your clients from Prague to Salzburg or Prague to Vienna or Prague to Linz or anything like that. Or it doesn't even have to be Prague. It could be a small village to Salzburg, small village to Hallstatt, anything you want, but you can add on the sightseeing stop in Český Krumlov. Our recommended duration would actually be 2 hours for only 51 euros. So this is really a fairy tale-esque town. It is surrounded by the Vltava River, and it is just perfect and quaint, and you can stroll around it, and it's perfect for 2 hours. And also, really important to add for your clients, that the Český Krumlov Castle is one of the largest in Europe. I actually did this as a sightseeing stop with my family whenever we were traveling after my graduation here in Prague. So my mom was obsessed with Český Krumlov. It is so cute. It is so just adorable. And it's so picturesque. There's a lot of perfect lunch spots. And coincidentally, when me and my family were there, we accidentally went at the time of their it was kind of like a I don't know, back in time Renaissance fair vibe days. So it's their 5-petaled rose festival. And if you look it up this year, it was from June 19th through that weekend, but it's the 3rd week in June. And it's a really historic because this town is from the 1300s. So it actually mimics what it used to be before. You can tour the castle and see all these different historic events, which is super interesting. So good tip for your clients. But absolutely add this on as a stop between Prague and Salzburg, or really anywhere from Czech Republic through Austria. Okay, so then here is our 3rd most booked stop for fall this year. This is Óbidos. So this is a walled hilltop village in Portugal. So this is a also ancient village. It is so old. You can actually encourage your clients to walk the ancient 13-meter high stone walls. I don't know if any of your clients, maybe ask them if they have a fear of heights before you add on this stop, because that sounds really high. But this is a perfect stop if your clients are transporting from Porto to Lisbon. So Porto's in the north, Lisbon is in the south, and Óbidos is actually about only an hour and a half drive north of Lisbon. So if your clients are on the way from Porto, this is a perfect stop to, stretch their legs, taste some of the local liquor, taste some, of the pastéis de nata, those pastries that are fabulous, and then they continue on to Lisbon. So here I did point out a local liqueur, really not sure how to say this properly, but let's see, ginhinha. It's a sweet, sour cherry liqueur, and it's actually served in a chocolate cup. Sounds divine. I would love if your clients try it. Let me know how it is. And yet again, this is another really compact town that's perfect for an en route stop. So this might be something your clients miss if they don't have time, or if they're traveling by train, or if they're on a really tight schedule. So this is a perfect way to just build in an experience in the actual transfer for them. Okay, and then the last one I would like to talk about, this is our 4th most booked sightseeing stop this fall of 2026 here at Daytrip. So this is Plitvice Lakes National Park. So these turquoise aquamarine colored lakes are really unique. They're also UNESCO listed, but these are 16 world famous lakes that flow in waterfalls to one another. Didn't mention it, but this is actually in Croatia. So this is a perfect sightseeing stop when you're going from Zagreb in the north to Zadar in the south. So you can add on a 2-hour sightseeing stop in Plitvice, and your clients can go, you book them tickets in advance, and then their ticket actually includes entrance to the boat that goes on the main lake, and then a train pass, because this is huge. It is a massive, massive national park, and it's all protected. Tell your clients, please do not swim there. It is a national park. And the reason this water is that color, because it all depends on the different microorganisms and everything that's happening in the water, depending on the season. And it's always these really vibrant, beautiful colors. And then this is also kind of confusing with public transit. So if you're adding this on as a sightseeing stop for your clients, it can really just completely get rid of all of the questions of public transit. So the driver will drop them off at whatever entrance they'd like, and then they would agree on the pickup point and then the driver would wait for them. They can always text the driver. I don't know if this is a question that's been in the chat yet, but if your clients are there, they're doing the sightseeing stop, and they're like, hey, we're done early, can we go? The driver's there waiting for them. So it's not like the driver leaves. So they can always just WhatsApp their driver, text their driver in the agreed upon way, and they can then just leave at their convenience. So it's really flexible. It's not like a bus tour when your clients are dependent upon everyone else in the transit. So it's truly your clients and the driver in a private vehicle. So if they want to stop and change it, they can absolutely change it. Okay, so then one of my favorite buttons in our travel agent portal, if you can't find the stop you want, I was not lying. Our services are really customizable. So we have a custom route form. I will show you where to find it in our travel agent portal, but this is a screenshot of it. So you basically see request a quote. So this is a fully customizable transfer that you build all yourself. So your stops must at least be 30 minutes. And then you go through here, you add in your starting destination, you add your stops, you add in the duration, and then add in the ending destination, add in the customer details and the timing and everything like that. And then you will either get an instant quote if someone has requested that before, or you will get an emailed quote by customer support. So I always love to highlight some use cases for our custom route form if nothing's coming to mind. So if your clients are going to Europe, I know a lot of Americans, they like to go to Europe to kind of discover their heritage. Maybe your clients are Italian, or maybe they're even Czech or Slovak or Irish, and they want to discover their heritage. This is a perfect way to build a truly customizable route for them. So if they want to go see great grandma's village, if they want to go see where she's buried, if they want to go see, I don't know, the bakery that their great uncle ran, something super specific and niche, we really operate on an address to address basis. So if your clients have any random requests, we can fulfill it. And then also similarly, it's quite self-explanatory, but personalized sightseeing. If your clients have something that is not suggested in our stops recommendation, because there are 6 pre-populated stops that will show up in our booking flow. So if there's something that you didn't see there that you want, that is my last point here. Anything we don't have in our system, you can add that on here, and we will give you a quote for it via email or instantly on our website here. Okay, so I'm going to go to a booking tutorial, and I want to make sure you guys can all see my screen properly. So I'm going to switch over to my booking tutorial. I hope you guys are all having fun with Olivia in the chat. Keep going with any questions, and then I will get to a live Q&A portion at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to share my browser screen. So let's just make sure that we can all see it. Okay, so here we are at our Daytrip homepage. I hope you guys can all see my homepage of Daytrip. So I'm on daytrip.com. This is the website that you can share with your clients if they want to see what our service is, if you want to pitch it to them. But here you can see really huge and bold, it says private car transfers with English-speaking drivers. That's who we are. I'm just making sure we don't have any questions. Okay, cool. Okay, we're still going in the chat. Keep it going, guys. I love it. Okay, so for our travel advisors, though, when you are booking, it is so important. Our first and most important step first, please register with us as a travel advisor to unlock your commercial conditions with us and to keep all of your bookings all within our travel agent portal. So the first and most important step is to first sign in. So to do that, it is on the top right of our screen here. If you see sign in, you press sign in at the top right with this car, and then press I am a travel agent. Then you press log in with your information. And then welcome to our travel agent portal. So welcome everyone. You can even see we have a banner up here teasing how to increase your commission. So that is actually a tease to what we're talking about today. The way to increase your commission up to 50% is by adding a sightseeing stop. So I want to give a disclaimer here. So in our travel agent portal, you can see over here at the top right next to my name, you can see I'm having a 10% commission here. That is because my account right now is associated with a host agency. So I'm registered as a host agency here, so I have 10% commission. So if you're registered with a host agency, make sure to mark it so we associate your account with them, so then you can get their agreed upon commissions. But if you missed it earlier, so if you are an independent travel advisor in the US and Canada, you are eligible for either a 5% commission or a 5% discount. If you are an independent travel advisor anywhere else in the world, you are eligible for a 5% discount. If you have any questions, my email is at the end of this webinar. It's sarah.guido@daytrip.com. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and send me an email and I can help you out. Okay, but I'm going to give you a little tour of our travel agent portal. So here you can see we have our booking bar where you can book all of our services. So here's our transfers, our hourly driver, and our day trips. And now to just make it super clear with our transfers, this is where you will be adding on our sightseeing stops that we talked about. Here's our button for the request a custom route. If you click here, you go straight to this form and you can create anything to your heart's desire. And then I'll scroll through. This is a little bit of a sneak peek of one of our payment options exclusive for travel advisors. But this is our reserved bookings. Then you can scroll through, see some inspiration. We truly are on 6 out of the 7 continents. We're even available on island destinations. We're available in South America, North America, Australia. And then I'm going to scroll through and see that we actually have our customer support listed here as well. So this is one of the most important resources for you in our travel agent portal. To answer any questions, yes, you can share this email, chat, and phone numbers with your clients as well. So you can contact that as a travel advisor, and your clients can contact us through there as well. I'm going to show you guys how to book some of the transfers with sightseeing stops that I talked about. So our first one was a sightseeing stop in Pompeii. So let's book a transfer from Naples to Positano. So the first and most important step is to enter in our starting city. You enter in Naples, and then you enter in Positano. Next, you click your departure date and time. Let's click into departure date. Let's book a fall trip for my clients in Italy. And then we change our departure time. These are by 15-minute increments, so you can get quite close to any specifics your clients would want to make it flexible. I'm just going to do a one-way transfer. So this will just be one way from Naples to Positano. And then I will edit this, the number of adults and children. So here you can see I have 2 adults already, and I'm going to add on a child. A really great part of our service here at Daytrip is that you can add on a child seat and a child, basically, who needs a child seat at no extra cost. So if you indicate here that there is a child in the booking from ages 0 to 12, then you get an option to add on a child seat later in the booking. This is of no extra cost to you or your clients. As long as we know in advance, our Daytrip driver will have the child seat ready for your clients. And then you can see the luggage allowances here. Each passenger is allowed 1 large checked bag and then 1 small carry-on bag. But if your clients travel heavy, or if they have a lot of bags, or they shopped a lot, or if they have something kind of funky sized, you can add on extra sets of bags here. This might upgrade your vehicle if needed. If you have any questions, just reach out to our customer support team. So let's go through Naples to Positano, Wednesday, October 14th, 10:30 a.m., 2 adults and 1 child. And now the next step is to press search. Okay, so the first step in our booking flow is to now select our vehicle. You can scroll through and see what is available. You can see we have a premium van option here, but I'm going to just go ahead for our classic sedan. And then I'm going to click next, add stops. This is really what we're emphasizing here today, guys. So next, add stops. Well, actually, okay, wait. I'm going to show you guys before I go to next, add stops, what our itinerary overview actually looks like. So any transfer that you're booking with Daytrip, this itinerary overview will be present always. So here you can see our starting and ending city, and then the price details. So the price of this transport is 256 euros. And with my commission details, I get a 26 euro commission before adding any sightseeing stops. Something else that would be great to highlight here is that we have free cancellations up to 24 hours before pickup. We understand that things happen. You need flexibility, and we can provide that. So free cancellation up to 24 hours before departure for your clients. Okay, so next, let's go on and add our stops. Okay, so let's imagine you weren't in this webinar and you don't have the idea of Pompeii already in your head. So you can scroll through and see any different sightseeing stop that we recommend. So there are 6 recommended. You can see here, there's Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii, Herculaneum. So if you wanted your clients to go to all 3, sure. We recommend to do no more than 3 sightseeing stops. You can do more, but just for timing purposes, to make sure your clients don't run out of time at any other stops, it's really great to keep it 3 and under stops for a transfer. But like I talked about before, let's add on a stop for Pompeii. You can scroll through some pictures, see some more details, and then often we have the link to book tickets and any tips for getting your clients any, in advance bookings for this attraction. But here you can see if you're just doing one stop on this route, maybe you want it to be a little bit longer. Let's do a 3-hour stop and then our pricing updated as well. So now let's add on this stop. And here you can see my commission went from 26 euros to 39 euros. So that increased by 50%. So that's our whole worth the stop. That is what we're talking about. So we can make this an experience for your clients and you earn more commission. So I'm just going to have one sightseeing stop on this route. You can see it added over here, my 2.5-hour stop at Pompeii, and then the amount of additional cost it added for your clients. Next, let's go to checkout. Okay, so now because I'm logged in to my travel agent portal, my travel agent details are already in here. So I don't need to worry about entering in my travel agent name, phone number, and email. That's already here. Now you just need to enter in your client's details. So I'll book this for myself. I added in my phone number and then my email. But like I said, it is optional to include your client's email. So here's that information. If you do enter your client's email, they will receive trip reminders with vehicle and driver details and a tracking link. But if you add their email, don't worry, they will not receive any commission or pricing details. That's all kept to you. Okay, so now the next step is to select our child seat. So since you indicated that there is a child under the age of 12, you go in and select your kind of child seat that you would like. I'll go ahead with a booster seat with high back. Okay, that is attached to my booking now. And then another way to directly leave a message to our customer support team to make sure this transfer fits your client's exact needs is to press I have special requirements. So here you click in. This is truly whatever you need to tell our customer support team. You can do that here. So here at Daytrip, we are handicap accessible. We, adhere to any mobility needs your clients might have. So if they have any wheelchairs or walkers or crutches or a scooter, just indicate that here and we can make sure this transfer is perfect for your clients. Or if your clients are traveling with a pet, we can service that. So if your clients have a dog or a cat or a bunny or something, just indicate that here and our customer support team will make sure the driver and vehicle is ready for you. Let's say my clients have a dog. Okay, let's press submit. Okay, next, you would then put in your pickup and drop-off locations. A really great perk with us here at Daytrip is that you don't need to know these right now when you're booking. You just have to add these and you can change them up to 24 hours before departure. So as travel advisors, maybe you're sketching out this itinerary for your clients, but you don't know the exact place they're getting picked up from. You know the city or the vicinity, you know that, but you don't know the actual destination or the actual address. So you can click in here, add your address if you know it. You can even select the location on a map. You can scroll out. This shows how we're integrated with Google Maps. Let's see, what's this restaurant? Maybe I can get my clients picked up there. Oh, there we go. Boom. We can have this right here in Naples. Hopefully that's a pizza place. That sounds delicious. You press confirm, and then you see this exact address is added, and you do the same for the drop-off point as well. And then we'll have a suggestion. This is just a small price to go up to a bigger vehicle if I would want, but I'm all good for the sedan. And then I will go on to next payment. So that is the final stop of our booking flow. So here at Daytrip for our travel advisors, we have two options of payment. The first is pay now. That is classic. You go through, enter in all your credit card details, press pay now, and this is immediately confirmed for your clients. You're all set to go. But we actually have a reserved booking feature. So here you can see under pay now, we have reserve now and pay later. So if you click here, you will see all of the payment information disappears because basically a reserved booking is a hold or a draft booking. So this will lock in the price, save all of the details you entered, all of the client name and everything, the specifications of this trip, and as well as the stop, it'll save. And so then you can go back and enter later. So I have this transfer booked for October 12th here. So my reserved booking, I would need to pay it to confirm minimum 48 hours before. So I have to pay before October 12th, 2026, and then this will all be confirmed. But if I don't want to book it, if I don't pay for it, then it'll just go away after 48 hours close to departure. So basically, to put it simply, this is a great way for you to save in all this information, be able to go back in and edit these bookings. Once you consult with your clients, if you see that they didn't like the stop that you suggested, or they want to add a different one. But here, if you just press reserve now, then it will save to your travel agent portal. So if I click here to go to my portal, we're back here at our home, and I will show you how to access your reserved bookings. Over here on the left, under our Daytrip logo, you can see Home, My Bookings, and My Commission. If you click My Bookings, you click in, you can see all of my reserved bookings. So now you can click through. I believe this is the one I just booked. You can go in and click and see all of the different information. So you can even add on more stops. So here you can see if I wanted to add on Mount Vesuvius or Herculaneum, I can add on both of these stops. I can change any information I'm sending to our customer support team, anything like that. So you can edit this all right here within our travel agent portal. That is the whole purpose of this portal. It's a place for you to create, edit, and manage all of your day trip bookings in one place. Okay, so I'll show you how to book another sightseeing stop because that is the focus of today's webinar. So let's imagine we're booking our clients from Prague to Salzburg, like I gave the example of earlier. Next, I would press our departure date and time. And I promise, once you do one booking with us, you are able to do every booking with us because our service and portal is very intuitive. It's very easy to use. And I'll do a return transfer so you can see how to book stops for your clients on both directions. So this will go from Prague to Salzburg round trip. Then we press search. Okay, so you can see here, this is the total price for both legs of this transfer. You can scroll through. You can even see we have a luxury sedan option, which will be very nice for clients as an upgrade. Let's go ahead with our sedan and click next, add stops. Okay, so here you can see you have the option to add stops onto both legs of this trip. Here you can see it. Here is beautiful Český Krumlov, what I suggested. Here you can still click in, see any pictures, see any information, edit the duration. Let's do a 2.5 hour stop in Český Krumlov. You add that on, and you can see my commission and total price updated on the right here in our itinerary overview. And next, let's go down, and then let's add on a sightseeing stop to Hallstatt. Hallstatt is one of the most magical places. I would really recommend like 2 hours there. And then you press add, and then it updates your total itinerary price and the commission that you would earn as well. And then next, you would go through all of the same checkout options and directions, and then you go to payment. Okay, I'll take us back to our portal. To get back to your portal, just click your name in the top right and press go to portal. And then I'll show you quickly how to book our 2 other services. I know it hasn't been the main focus of this webinar, but I'd love to highlight them. So if your clients are sightseeing in a big city, let's imagine our clients, maybe they're in Rome and they want to sightsee a lot. It's a really big city. They have some mobility issues maybe. And here you can see I can book this for 6 hours. Rome, 6 hours. Let's edit our date and time. And then press search. Then here you can see, here's your quote. With Daytrip, it's always instant pricing if it's something that exists on our website. Here you can see we have a luxury sedan option. Then you go through the same exact process. So the checkout process does not change, just next checkout and then next payment. Okay, and then our day trips option. So I mentioned earlier, if our clients are in Cancun and they are staying in an all-inclusive resort, let's imagine that we would like to book them a day trip outside the resort. So with Daytrip, we are the logistical solution for this. So now you can press Cancun and then search. And then you scroll through and see the different Daytrip itinerary options we have. So here you can see there's a lot of Mayan and Aztec ruin options. There's a lot of cenotes and different things you can do. I'm always really interested in these ones. This turquoise water just looks so refreshing. So if you click here, you can click in for more information. So you can see here, it's an 8-hour round trip route with a private driver. And then you can enter in, see some more information about the description. You see what's included in all of our services. And then this is my favorite part of this page. This is an actual visual overview of the route on the right here. And then here is what the actual stops are. So here's the breakdown of the stops. You'd stop at this Mayan ruin, and then you would be taken to this cenote. So these Durations of the stops are flexible, but this is just a pre-planned itinerary by our customer support team. Okay, I will go back to my portal, see if there's anything else I want to show. Here in our transfers, just remember, if you want to find the request a custom route button, it's right here. Just click there. Okay, I think I will go back to our meeting, and then I will see if there is any questions that we should answer live. So it's time for our Q&A portion. Okay, so let's see our Q&A. I know Olivia has been keeping it down in the chat. Okay. Okay, hi everyone. If there's anything you'd want to put in right now, I'm ready to answer. I see Olivia, you are doing a great job. Good job, girl. Okay, here we go. Okay, any questions right now? If not, I have another thing that I would love to highlight here. Okay, so everyone, if Olivia would be so kind to put this link back in the chat again, because I know there's been a lot of activity. So we are actually running a exclusive giveaway in our Daytrip for Travel Agents Facebook group. So basically, we are running a giveaway of 11 $100 Daytrip vouchers. So basically, you go in, I have a featured post that is pinned to the top. After this webinar, I will actually just post a reminder of this post. But basically, we're really highlighting our sightseeing stops feature. So you can enter to win by commenting anything you think about our Daytrip sightseeing stops. So basically, if you have used it for your clients or if you used it personally, please put that experience. We're interested to know. If you haven't used it, but there's something you're excited about with now learning about this experience, this option for sightseeing stops, comment that there. So you can enter in, request to join our travel agent Facebook group. That is an exclusive community. I'm our travel agent community curator here at Daytrip. So I love chatting with you guys, and you guys get to share your Daytrip experiences and just learn more about how other people are using our service. So I really urge you to enter our Facebook group and then to join our giveaway on the featured post. Okay, so Olivia was so kind and she sent me some questions she didn't get to answer. Okay, so are commissions customizable? This is a new question. I have not received this before. So your commission, if you're registered through a host agency, you are available to get your commission from the host agency that is agreed upon. But if you're independent, it's either 5% or a 5% discount. Okay, your example with and without stops was showing 12% commission. Who and how do we get that commission amount? So if you're under a consortia or a host agency, so I can give the example of Ensemble or Oasis Travel Network. They are both consortias that are actually registered with us here at Daytrip. Both of those, anyone who's registered with those consortias gets a 12% discount. So if you already have a travel agent account and you are not linked to the host agency or Ensemble or consortia that you are registered under, just send us a message. You can send me an email, or you can send our Daytrip at daytrip.com customer support email a message, and we can fix that up for you. Okay, I am one home-based agent within the agency. How can an account be set up for the entire agency so that all commissions go to the agency to distribute to the individual travel agent? Okay, we are Ensemble associated. Hi, so I actually can't see the name that is associated with this question. So if you are the travel advisor who submitted the great question of you're a home-based agent that are Ensemble associated, please email me this directly, sarah.guido@daytrip.com. It's gonna be on the last slide. I can help you out and get you all set up. Okay, does Hyperwallet charge a fee to the travel agent? No, this is absolutely free for you to get to your commissions. So no charge. Should the Hyperwallet account be set up prior to doing any bookings, or can it be set up right after doing the booking? Doesn't matter when you set up your Hyperwallet account. It's really great to do it first thing so you don't forget. But if you do it after your booking, that's all right as well. Because once the booking is completed, so you get your commission after the booking is completed. So once everything is all good, it'll be sent to your account, your Hyperwallet account, 2 to 4 days before departure, or 2 to 4 days like after their departure. Okay, my account shows a 12% commission as I'm cruise planners. Can I increase this? If you're set with cruise planners, 12% is a really great commission rate. You cannot increase this yourself. You can always discuss this with us. Okay, what is the average time to get the commissions? So like I said, once your trip happens, about 2 to 4 days after the departure date, this will be sent to you however you choose. And then can I send the link to my customer for them to do their own booking and get commission? This is a really great question. Unfortunately, no, that is not an option right now. We are working on this white label option, and this will be released within a couple weeks. So join our Facebook group to get all the updates of our accounts for these things that you guys are really asking for. We're listening. Our product team is hard at work. So if you want to send a link to your customers, just wait a little bit. But for right now, you will be doing all the bookings for your clients. Okay, there's Olivia with the links. Okay, perfect. This is amazing to hear, Elisa. Great. Now I understand and appreciate your product. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much, Olivia. Okay, recommendation for tipping. Okay, great. Are you going to be integrating with Turn? I'm not sure if our sales team has actually been in discussions with this, but I know they're always looking for all of their different opportunities. So potentially, absolutely join our Facebook group. I know, absolutely, Travefy. I've heard this name before. We're working hard on it. We are integrated with Mozio. So some of those OTAs we are a part of, we are preferred partners with lots and lots of travel agencies and host agencies, and we're working on getting with more consortia. So right now we are with Ensemble and Oasis Travel Network. So there are more to come. Hi, Carrie. So you can send me an email for this. So any really specific commission questions, I'm ready to help you via email. I'll click to that slide now. Here is my email. So I know this has raised a lot of questions about commission, and I absolutely love that. I want you guys to be able to jump in and start using your account and have all your questions about your commission and your commercial conditions solved. So here is my email, where there is our customer support email down at the bottom. So my email is sarah.guido@daytrip.com. And our customer support email is daytrip@daytrip.com. Anything you want or need, have questions about, please just feel free to reach out to me. I'm really here to help you guys start booking with us for your first booking. If it's your 100th booking, anything you need, I'm here. And then also you can see this QR code. We're actually nominated in the World Travel Awards as the favorite transfer provider. So if you feel passionately about Daytrip and you would like to vote for us, you can scan this QR code here. And then you can go ahead and vote for us. But I will stay on here for a couple more seconds to see if there's any more questions. But thank you all so much for joining. And if this was a little bit fast, or if you have any more questions, email me and I will be sending out a recording. If there's any questions you want to go back to see any of my slides if you missed them during. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day or evening or any time that it is where you guys are. I hope you have a great day.